This crispy chicken is from a taco place.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place?
The taco place?
Taco place. It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jacksons.
Start collecting them today.
Jacksons, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
It's time for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the ICCU YouTube chat, or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN Postgame Show is presented by Jacksons, where you can get a 99-cent 16-ounce coffee or refill with Let's Go rewards. Need snacks or a cold drink? Visit one of the 300 Jacksons locations today. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out RowPaint.com.
And now let's welcome to the field, your Boise State.
Now let's join the guys at the James Kitchen and Bar near Albertson Stadium for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News.
All right, welcome in Bronco Nation. This is the Jacksons Postgame Show here at the James. My name is Chris Vesco. You look at this, these fans were excited. They entered the game excited. They went home excited as well. Boise State walks away a 47-14 winner over Appalachian State. I want to welcome you into the James here. I'm here with Coach Ridd. Brad Bedell is somewhere.
Used in the restroom, I believe.
Okay. We didn't have time to get that done beforehand. Ridd, let's talk about this game. Maybe there in the second half, the beginning of it, maybe a little lull there, but came out strong after that. What did you see from this game, Coach?
Everybody saying hi to Bronco Nation. I thought the Broncos played about as well as they could have played. I'm sure the coaches will have plenty of things for guys to work on or whatever, but I mean, 3 turnovers, 2 pick sixes.
Four.
Oh, 4 turnovers. Okay. 2 pick sixes.
You lost this money. Okay.
The offense played great. I'd like to get BJ over here. Very worried that we wouldn't be able to run the ball on him because they only average 60 yards or something.
Yeah, the Appalachian State fan could suck it. He couldn't predict anything. They were horrible. Boise rushed the ball for 160? Not a great average yards per carry, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
Only 3 point whatever, and that's not great. But I'll tell you this right now.
I think sacks were built into that.
Yep. Good point.
Yeah.
And they gave up a lot of sacks, but
I wouldn't even say a lot of sacks.
I said three. 3 turnovers. They got 4.
They get 4 turnovers. The 2 pick six, one by Amarion McCoy, the second by linebacker Bone Phelps. That was maybe the turning point in the game that Amarion McCoy. How much does that help a team when maybe there was a little struggle in there, and then all of a sudden, boom, Amarion McCoy takes that back?
I didn't even think it was a struggle, but anytime. No, I'm saying like anytime you get a pick six, I think 5 years ago, so I haven't looked at it, but number one reason for winning a game is like 90% defensive touchdown. 75% was block punt for a touchdown. So, like those two things, like, does the energy jump up? Yeah, because players know that too.
Yeah.
Can we get off of that? Can we just go to the more important point?
What's that?
He had 69 yards passing.
That is crazy
for a guy that, like, I was critical. Like, I call a shot, right? Rid, like, I've been critical on the passing defense.
Yeah,
and I have to call myself out. You have to give the secondary. You have to give Shenander and the secondary coach and everything the credit they deserve. 69 yards passing is hard.
They came in averaging 357,
and I was the first one to say, hey, they may throw the ball over the lot.
Yeah.
I have got to eat crow and give Shenander all the credit, and the corners coach, the coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball, the sacks by the front seven. They got the quarterback off the spot a lot, and let's call it is what it is. I have to eat crow when I'm on here. And 69 yards passing, Appalachian State sucks.
That's insane. They came in averaging over 500 yards a game. Boise State holds them to 174 total for the game. Maddox Matson, career high in passing yards. Baller. We have an ongoing thread during the game on our message boards, and they weren't real happy with Matson. I don't get that.
Shocker. I'm choosing violence tonight. I am. I'm out here choosing violence.
Well, you almost lost $20 to Canaan over here. So
he couldn't guess shit.
He was that close, man. If he had stuck to it.
Well, there's winners and losers in life.
There sure are.
There's a pool in a pond, right, Rid? There's a pool in a pond.
To be good for you.
The pond's going to be good for him. But stop. Well, why are we doing that?
I agree.
But I mean, that's my point. It's like
yeah, because everything's the quarterback's fault all the time, and every incomplete pass, and like we can cherry pick, like, oh, he's short, he's not, blah 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 blah. I mean, I would just say there's a lot of reasons he's the starting quarterback here, and other guys aren't.
At the end of the day, I ate crow. Give the young man the credit he deserves. Yep. He played great tonight. And you move on to the next.
You're talking about DBs. Maddox, like, he's been balling for a while. Like, he's a no-brainer.
I've been in his corner forever. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Malachi.
That's what I'm saying. You're
this is my deal.
You guys are talking about two different things. He's asking about quarterbacks. You're talking about DBs.
No, he stated that in the chat, right, to the game, they were still hating on Maddox.
Yes,
I don't get it. No. I don't get it.
Absolutely.
It does not make sense to me.
There's a lot to playing quarterback, and it's not how much you look cool, how hard you throw the ball, how all that stuff. There's so much more. Like, a lot of times a successful run game comes down to quarterbacks getting in the right scheme, right?
Opens up the passing game, opens up the play action game, the movements, and he threw some balls tonight. Third down. He had some great out of the pocket, delivered some dimes on some out routes, some comebacks, things like that. And I want to give the kid the credit that's due. And he played well tonight.
And I felt like the throw to the Quentin Brown, who made that unbelievable catch and ended up, looks like he had a bloody cut on his face or something. I didn't see the replay.
I think he's fine.
It appears to be fine. He was pumping up the crowd as he left. Unbelievable throw there. Was making some
he
dimes.
should be pumping everybody up.
Oh, yeah.
That was a hell of a catch.
It was unbelievable. Again, this is Jackson's post-game show here at the James. I'm with Coach Ridd and Brad Bedell. Get your comments in. We're going to start playing some of those. I just wanted to get a quick
get all your
recap.
best questions in before BJ
get them
shows
in now.
up
Guys,
and
get
asks
them in
like
now.
dumb questions. And we have to be like, hey, they won because 2 pick sixes.
Yeah. Or, hey, the kicking game, they made some field goals today.
Oh,
yeah, get them in.
We're going to get to that. But get your questions in. One thing that came up during the game, and I don't know if you guys saw it, I think BJ tweeted it out. Coach, defense coordinator Eric Chenander, for the first time since he's been here, was down on the sidelines as opposed to the box. I got 2 former coaches here. Obviously, you're not in his head. What may have caused that? I'm going to be the
first person to tell you I had no idea. I don't know. I mean, those guys have now worked together a long time. So Chins is one of the best coaches I've ever been around.
Yeah.
He, that guy gets it. And I'm sure they had a reason why they wanted to switch things up. But probably some of it comes to hey, I need to be the guy talking to these guys. But I trust the information I'm getting from upstairs.
That's it.
And before it was probably I need to be the guy seeing what I need to see, and I'll relay it through you. So, sometimes stuff just changes.
That, or sometimes you just got to look a player in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look him in the eye and go, you know what? What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, here, and here. Well, I trust upstairs, and that's not what they're saying.
And I'll be honest. Some of it might have been Spencer was the DC before, and so a lot of it was going through him. And maybe there's something to the fact Spencer's I need to be out of that role and be into the head coach role. And if you can come down here and somebody else can do that, that probably helps us.
Or the other thing,
nobody's going to know until they tell us.
And I'll say it. And this is it. I'll say it. I don't care. Maybe he had to look the corners in the eye because they came to a passing heavy attack. And Chenander may have said, you know what? I want to take some control on the sideline and see what's going on in the secondary and make those adjustments. And if I have to do it, I'll do it. I don't see Chenander being that he's more of a guy hey, I trust my coaches. But in this case, maybe he wants to look at the secondary in the eye and answer a challenge. I don't know.
Yeah.
And if that's what happened, give Chenander all the credit.
I don't know either. I have no idea. But I do know this, if they decide to go back to the other way, that's fine too.
Absolutely.
I trust those guys.
He's a defensive coordinator. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, the secondary, sure, if that was what it is, then home run. They nailed it. Because that secondary came in. We talked about the yardage there. I felt like McCoy played a great game. Irby. Freeney came in there at the end there. Not sure if that's a personnel decision or an injury. We, of course, won't speculate. But overall, the entire defense certainly played better there. You love to see it. The penalties there. Felt like some sloppy penalties definitely led to that first
Just
Appalachian
so we're on the
State.
same page, the least indicator of winning is penalties.
Okay.
In all seriousness.
Okay.
And, if you define the penalties pre-snap penalties, post-snap penalties, those will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get
penalties that extend drives become an issue.
Yeah. If you get
No. Appreciate you.
Somebody try and snag a drink over here out of Ritt's bucket.
Get but if you get I'm not sure what's going on.
He's not taking that well. I wouldn't. I've never seen someone stare down Brad Bedell, but that was as close as I've seen, and it's not going to end well.
If you get a penalty in the middle of a play, it's going to happen. It just happens. Move on.
I think if you just stand up and show them how large you are, you might we might just squash this whole thing. Anyways,
I don't like feeling like being arrested tonight.
Oh, come on, man. Night's still early. We're here at the James. We're having a good time. And we're talking about a big Boise State win. We're
hold on. Go back to your penalties. Only one extended drive, though, right? The personal foul.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes. That sounds correct. Yes.
That was in the second half.
Second half. Yeah. Beginning of the second half.
Correct. So with that one, I get it. I totally understand. Like that. That was a flashback to South Florida.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go back to that. So I understand that's being a hot topic. That's a fair conversation.
Yep.
But I believe they stopped it.
Absolutely.
So if they stop them, it's a reprieve. It's like this. It's like you throw a pick, defense or that opposing offense goes 3 and out. Did the pick hurt? Right. Like that's the age old question. So I think the penalties. I don't want to go back. Like we can't. Boise State can't go back to South Florida with all the penalties. Right. They have to control that. Overall, penalties wise, didn't hurt them tonight. But you can't. It's not good.
Right.
That's like he could say penalty, whatever. At the end of the day, I love Rid, but you can't say penalties don't matter. Penalties matter.
That was a take I did not expect. I was going to dive into that, but he's again the most popular guy around here.
He runs for mayor. The mayor of Boise better look out.
He has my vote. I mean, with that beautiful head of hair, I mean, my goodness,
he's beautiful. He's got that salt and pepper.
Oh,
he's a good-looking man.
I mean, come on, guys. Get your comments in here. We're going off the rails, but we love it anyways. Let's get to some of these comments. Maddox Matson beats Notre Dame. Will that put the naysayers about Taylor Green should be the quarterback? Well, I don't think anybody. Simply put, no. There will always be naysayers about Maddox Matson. There will always be naysayers about any quarterback.
It's fine. Who are the naysayers? Like I said, I was choosing
bunch of people behind their computers.
So that's fair, and they have the right, like their fan base.
Of course,
I get it, but I want to know why they're naysayers. Like, did he not like the way he wore his pants tonight? Right? It's like the age-old thing. Do you not like the tie I'm wearing?
He had the wrong color chin strap.
Do you not like how heavy I am right now? I mean, the camera adds 10 pounds.
Oh, man, how many cameras I have on me here?
But that's my point. Is like why it comes to a point where when you come off a 47-14 win versus a team that Appalachian State came in, what we talked about at pregame, right? One of the best G5 teams. Tonight, it was tabbed as 2 of the best G5 teams to come out, right? I disagreed with that pregame, saying they've dropped off.
Yes.
They've dropped off. It's a fact. I'm sorry, but it's a fact.
Right.
They are not great right now. And the score indicates it. So
it does.
If you want 2 G5s, get Tulane and Memphis in here, and then we'll roll.
There you go.
Right? But let's not sit here and say Matson's a naysayer. So let's talk about next week.
Okay.
Let's not talk about next week. We'll get to that. But you just got the former Boise State quarterback who just got killed versus Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So now you got a Maxon quarterback coming in to Notre Dame.
Yep.
Difference at Arkansas, at Notre Dame. It's a distinct difference.
Yes.
Don't give me that, right? Don't tell me Taylor Green played well today.
No.
He was ass rotten.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But that is a Notre Dame team, sadly, that is coming into they're finding their stride.
They are.
That running back Love is finding in the passing game, the rushing game, and he's a monster.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's next week.
It is.
We can't. I don't like hammering a team, and trust me, I'm as critical as anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't like hammering a team or a quarterback that just took his squad in Albertson Stadium and beat the ever living whatever, because I've been told I can't cuss as much, to 47-14. That's an ass kicking.
It is. It is.
Ass kicking.
And we have somebody asking, where's BJ? BJ is at the post-game interviews right now. He will be here in just a little bit. We have someone here to arrest Brad Bedell for intimidating someone.
I'm not going to use a couple.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we are here. It's the Jacksons Postgame Show here at the James Rid. Thank you for joining us again. You don't know this, but we just
former O lineman here at Boise
right?
State. Yeah,
awesome.
Also trying to diffuse a little situation with it.
We appreciate
it. I was talking to them. There's some naysayers on Maddox comparing him to Taylor. That's not fair.
Yeah,
we got two quarterbacks, same quarterbacks coming in going to play Notre Dame, but one of them's got a home, one of them has a way. So don't. And Taylor Green, because you're very special at Taylor. You recruited Taylor Green to come here to Boise State.
Absolutely.
Taylor Green didn't play very well today. But you can't two comparisons right now.
Every day is different, right? I mean, if you want to say like is Taylor taller and faster, I think that's a fair comparison.
Sure.
Yes, he is. Is Maddox more accurate? I would say that probably. It's night and day difference. And like every team needs who they need
to win games.
Anybody that would be like on Maddox, like they went to the college football playoffs his first year as a starter. And I would just stop it at that. And
I'm with you.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Like, how do you hammer a quarterback that just beat the shit out of Appalachian State 47-14?
Anybody that's doing that, like they're just looking for shit to talk about.
That's why I said I'm choosing violence.
Yeah. Everybody's different, and like you said, I mean, each team needs what they need at that time. You can't revisit. Because somebody could easily say, well, if they had Taylor Green, they could have won the national championship. I don't know. I mean, maybe they could have lost to UNLV. And
it's true. It's true.
All we know is what actually happened, and that's where we need to leave it at.
Yep. It's coming into this game, coming off a huge game by Dylan Riley. You got Sire Gaines still listed as RB1, and then
we covered that.
Well, let's talk about it.
The post game. Very worried about the depth chart.
Like BJ's like completely concerned. Like they change the depth chart every week. The depth chart doesn't change.
It doesn't.
They just kind of print it out and go, "Here you go." And why would I change?
Coach,
don't change the depth chart.
SID would walk in and say, like, "Does this look all right?" I would never look at it and say, like,
"Perfect.
Yeah, we're good."
Yeah, we're good. Because at the end of the day, when the other team put out the depth chart, I was staring at it and go, there's no change. They just replaced it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And then you look at it and go, oh, they changed the defensive tackle spot.
Yeah.
And then you find out that kid's out for the year.
Yeah.
That's a different situation. So the whole depth chart stuff, stop. It's not going to change until something is drastically different, meaning a young man, God forbid, is out for the year.
Right. So, then we'll talk about carries. Dylan Riley leads with 16 carries this game. Sire Gaines leads with more yards, Gaines with 69 yards, Riley with 46. What did you see from that group? We also saw Sherrod and Gaines on the field at the same time. What's your takeaways from this group? That was
awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a packaging build off of. The reality of it is they have three, probably four, once Breezy gets back, really talented tailbacks, and there's not enough touches to go around.
Right.
So you're going to ride the hot hand a little bit, but a lot of it is going to be who does what well, and how does that figure into the game plan? Hey, this guy's really good at running an outside zone. This guy's really good at running duo. This guy's really good at running. And you're going to see that featured, but not exclusively, because you don't want the defense to know, like, every time this guy comes in, it's this play.
And break tendencies along the way. And break tendencies. So one tailback is like, okay, he's going to specialize in duo and zone. Cool. So that's what we're expecting. And then the next tailback, it's mid-zone and toss sweep. That's the one thing that they can't get down that road. If they get down that road, it's going to become way easier.
These guys are really good players, and they all do it well. I think it's just going to be like which one they want to specialize on what during the week.
That's fair. But yeah, it's a road. It's a tough road to break.
Yeah, and they won't do that.
I hope they
I
do.
think that's going to be something that you'll see like maybe over the course of the first half or whatever.
You know what I hope? I hope they come out, and I hope Sire Gaines is an 87.9 because analytics, right? ESPN, everybody's listening to analytics right now, Red, right? So Sire Gaines, he's 87.9% to run in between the tackles.
Right.
Next week, Sire Gaines, toss sweep.
Yeah.
Mid zone. And that's where
that's the stuff like everybody has the same information, right?
Everybody has the same information. And that's where you can utilize this situation
Absolutely.
to break tendencies to create big plays.
We're very fortunate. We have a bunch of good players, and they can change those guys around. And
This year's also
do a lot of different.
At the end of the year, let's talk.
Last year it would have been hard to try and pin down Ashton Genty's really good between the tackles because he was. And you know what? Every now and then they let him out.
And you know what? He was really good there.
Yeah.
If the Raiders were paying half of his shit of attention, they would be much better.
Well, speaking
Don't even get that started.
No. Like Chip Kelly's ass. He can't use him right.
We're going to bounce over to a comment from the Bronco alum, DJ Schramm, talking here. Hey, guys, DJ here. I heard about the performance of the DBs last week while on the postgame show. Just want to hear your thoughts on how they played tonight, hoping there isn't too much negativity. Yeah, I think we talked about it, but let's, DJ Schramm asked for it. We do it. What stood out
Everybody
about
should go visit the Still and get some ice cream.
Still ice cream.
If you haven't had it, go try it. 69 yards passing.
There you go. I mean,
hey, DJ, 69 yards passing. But hold on, we have to give see you, Red. Restroom. You have to give the Boise State front seven some credit.
Yeah,
that quarterback was never comfortable back there.
Right.
It's like we talk about it. I've talked about it before. If you can get the quarterback off the spot, what I mean the spot is snap to drop back. That's the spot. If you can get them off that spot, that creates sacks. It creates throws in the run. It creates inaccuracies by the quarterback.
Yeah.
That you saw that tonight.
Yep.
You really saw it. So that front seven played well, but there were some big plays on contested balls tonight.
Yes.
Especially in the second or the third quarter. Like the one on the away sidelines by 6. That was a great play.
It was.
Great play. And so you have to give them credit. So DJ, I think they deserve the credit where they're at. But I want to see consistency. And you're about to get tested.
Big time.
In 7 days.
7 days.
Here we go.
7 days. Here we go. Yes. And we're going to get to some more comments here. We have Ann H saying needed more from the tight ends tonight. Yeah, I mean, it felt like the tight ends got thrown to quite a bit. We got Louder with 3 catches for 45 yards. Wagner with 3 more catches for 29. I mean,
and a drop ball for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's got to catch that.
He's got to catch that.
Got to catch that.
So you want more production at tight ends. You make a couple of plays that comment's not coming.
Right.
So he's got to secure it, catch it, strong hands, secure it, touchdown.
Yep.
So that sums that one up. But for her to credit, like Chris Marshall had a night. He had that drop ball.
Yeah.
Right. You had Caples, but you have 1-2 catches.
Caples 5 catches, 84 yards and 2 touch. And that brings reminds me, because Caples has that touchdown, 49-cent fountain drinks on Monday at Jacksons. You gonna hit that up?
I bet you Rid win the left if you heard that. I hit that up.
Come on.
Do we wear kimonos in Japan?
Let's get Rid's thoughts on the.
You have Jackson's Diet Cokes because of one Caples.
Because of what?
Caples in Jackson's.
Oh, yeah.
He hit it.
Oh, then I'm in.
49-cent fountain drinks Monday.
I might drink 7 of them.
7? That is the under.
We might need an ambulance for Rid on Monday.
Seriously.
That's a lot of.
Like I drink 32-ounce Jackson's Diet Cokes all day, every day.
Yeah. There you go. See? 2 touchdowns for Caples. Go ahead.
No, I just want to go back. Like literally, that's what Jacksons did not want to happen because you're going to win in that one. There's a winner and a loser, Red.
For one day.
For one day.
But there's they win the other 6 days of the week.
Oh, no doubt. Especially if you suck it down with some glizzies.
We don't have the glizzy deal this year, do we? We have something, or was that basketball?
Breezy.
Oh, yep.
But he has been unfortunately unable to participate.
Yes. Now it should be noted he was on the field warming up before the game. Seemed to be full go, and then as me and Johnny Ballgame were talking about it, we get a message that he's going to be out. So, not sure what happened there, but it is nice to see that he was out running around.
I don't think he was ever in the. I think they're trying to ease him back into it. I would assume he's down the road available.
Okay. Yes, and this is the Jacksons Postgame Show. That catch by Quentin Brown. Let me get this up here. That catch by Quentin Brown was sick. That was a great catch. You love to see that he got up and was seemingly okay. A little blood there. That does bring up a tough topic here. The Broncos don't leave this game necessarily as healthy as they entered. Prayers for Jaden Mickey. That situation looks scary. It did appear that he went away in an ambulance, so we just hope for nothing but the best with him. And then
we probably should have started that whole deal with this.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's there you go. Yeah. We're just wishing him that he's healthy and not really worried about his availability, but just worried about his healthy. That's always a scary situation when you see stuff like that. And hopefully he's good to go, sometime down the road, whenever that is. But I think everybody in the Boise State football program would just hope long-term he's healthy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So it's never
football's a scary game. Lots of
sadly it happens.
Bad things happen. Usually it's one in a million thing, but there's
he gave the thumbs up. So I just hope that Praise okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have Roger Carey on in the second half that was carted off with what appeared to be a lower leg injury. Of course, won't speculate on that. So then you have Tyler Kenneth come in. Talk about that. He's listed at depth chart. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. He's listed at left guard, comes over to right guard. I mean, they're not going to skip a beat, right?
No, that means he was the first available interior.
Right.
Like they're ranked, right? Like it doesn't matter if it's a left guard. The guard is 3. You got your starter at left, your starter at right, and then you got the 3.
Okay.
The 3's got to play both sides.
And might be involved the center, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the one thing, and sadly for Roger, and I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
But it's just another thing. Like Boise State was tested last year where they're dropped the offensive line. So they're going to be tested again down the road. But there's been so many young men play at a high level. I don't think you can really replace a Roger because he's such a good player. Yep. But
he's one of their leaders. He's a fiery guy.
He's a soul. He's a soul.
That's the hardest part. Like they might be able to kick one of the tackles down even long term and put another guy in there possibly.
I agree.
So but they have. I'm just saying they have lots of options.
There's so much options.
But they're not going to replace him that way. But hopefully it's just a minor deal.
Yeah.
So
I hope it's precautionary.
Yes, absolutely. A story on Roger Carey, and we were at the USF game, and I was there with Michael Callahan, and there was a flag thrown, and it was unsportsmanlike. He goes, "Oh, that's got to be Roger Carey on," because he's just that kind of guy. He's going to be the first one to get that. He's intense, and
you need him. You need that.
You have to have that.
You have to have it. If you throw a personal foul early, make it count and move on. Do it. I love those guys. I love them. Ezra was one of them. John Mulch. I had a
Mulch. Yeah, you had a whole you had a whole crew that could have been any one of them.
Larson. It's worth it. It's worth it for a spark And when you're the soul and you're the heartbeat and you're just that guy that he's like the glue, like Roger's the glue. There's no doubt the left tackle is the best player. I'm not arguing with that one. But there's the top talent and there's the glue of an offensive line.
No question.
And Roger's the glue. And how are you going to replace that? That's time will tell. But I will say this. They had to replace it last year with Roger.
Yeah.
So Roger got dinged up last year.
Yeah.
And so somebody else came in.
That's more why I'm hoping this is
precaution.
Small deal for Roger. I mean, he's been through it already, and it'd be awesome to see him. This be a minor deal and bounce back,
and for his NFL future.
Yeah.
Because he's an NFL player.
Yep.
So I just hope for his NFL future he's okay.
Absolutely. We'll go to the ICC YouTube chat. Come on in. Drop your questions for Coach Rid and Brad. Here's a question right here. Did something there. So 4 turnovers tonight. They only had 3 coming into the game on the entire season. Dive into that. Like, was it just the right guys at the right time, scheme? What made that difference in this game?
I think scheme had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
They were playing way more zone coverage tonight.
Okay.
Against Air Force, you just don't play zone coverage. Like
you can't.
Yeah.
Humanly impossible.
So your chances, and you get more interceptions in zone coverage.
Yeah.
Because everybody can see the ball, vision on the ball. And then South Florida is not going to ever be a high interception team because they rip the ball down the field, and there's a lot more breaking it up than anything else.
Well, that quarterback's shown to make good decisions, even through the course of the season.
So
right.
Yeah, I think most of it has to do with they probably, and even from Appalachian State's, they probably thought, hey, maybe Boise State's a man coverage team, and we played way more zone. But we still played a decent amount of man tonight. It just when you play more zone, you get more picks.
Well, how about this one? They're going to test the DBs. The DBs won. How about the DBs just had a night?
And there was for sure a lot more pressure. Was it 5 sacks?
5 sacks.
So, I mean, when the quarterback's under pressure, a lot of that has to do with it too.
Get them off the point. We talked about it earlier, but the DBs played well, so you got to give them credit.
Yep,
you got to give them credit.
We are going to break for a quick second. We have looks like Maddox Matson addressing the media after the game.
Yeah, I mean it's not a very big deal. Obviously, just took an ugly hit, gruesome. It's like a whole leg kind of thing, but football's difficult. It's a tough sport, and so I know personally, like, I'm never going to feel my best as soon as we start the season. So just building that confidence with those guys as the week goes on, and I tell myself over and over again, like, there's no doubt in me playing, and I'm going to play my hardest.
Were you still playing in pain tonight?
I wouldn't say so. I felt really good out there. Helps when you're winning. The joy kind of brings a big deal. So I personally felt great.
Guys, I know part of your game has always been, getting rid of the football quickly, knowing where to go with it, but it just seems like you're playing with a lot of confidence and being very decisive with the football right now. Like, how would you describe the way that you're seeing the game, I guess, at this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think experience is a big deal. The game slowed down a lot for me over the last year. And it's kind of a thing, too. I've played with a lot of those receivers for a long time. And, I mean, knowing where Trell's at, Ben's at, Chris is at, all those guys, I feel like there's a huge trust factor in that whole room to expect guys lot or same thing. And I feel like that helps a lot knowing myself. But a big part of it is Coach Hill and how he helps me prepare. Coach Miller's great in that aspect, too. I feel like going into the game, I know every look and everything that I'm going to get, so that's a props to those coaches as well. And really holding me to the standard to kind of be in the film room more than I ever have been. I feel like that's all I do with my life is football and school.
I know going into the season you said you kind of wanted to be that guy where things get tough, like people can turn to you, and there's 3 straight games with over 275 yards passing. Like, what would you say about your consistency right now as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I look back on that, and then there's throws I wish I probably had back, and those will end up coming around at the end of the season. But 3 games consistently, I feel like as an offense, it's clicking. Those guys, the wide receiver room's been awesome, tight ends, all those guys, and to me, that's a big deal. And I feel like that they've helped me in that aspect to obviously get those amount of yardages more than anything. Their yak and everything is great. And so I feel like it's a props to them more than me, really.
You mentioned the offense is clicking. I mean, you didn't quite get to 500 tonight, but I mean, almost 503 in a row. I mean, just in general, what can you say about what's changed since the first game?
Yeah, I mean, you look at an offensive game and it's like we're kind of bummed in a sort of like, hey, we didn't get to 500 yards, which to me is awesome. We're exceeding our standards for sure, and we obviously every game we go in like with goals, and 500 yards is a huge goal. And when you put up 500 yards, you'll win a lot of games, and to me that's a big deal. I think our run game's extremely efficient. We're able to do a lot of things in the run game, and our pass game's directly correlated to that as well. And so I feel like offensively that's a huge deal. Up front, guys are playing extremely physical. Props to them. I mean, their protection's been great. Run blocking's just physical as can be, and those tight ends are a big part of that as well.
To have, I think, 7 guys with at least 2 catches, 3 different guys rush for at least 40 yards. I mean, just the balance you guys can have in the multiple guys on any given night that could be the star player. I mean, how much does that help?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal. You have a guy go for 5 touchdowns last week, and then just like Trell goes for 2 this week. That's a huge deal, and it's really cool to see. You've got a variety of probably 12, 15 guys that at any given moment could go off, and I feel like that's a props to the work that they put in for sure.
Maddox, Appalachian State came in top 10 pass offense, top 10 rush defense. You guys had success in both plans. What worked for the game plan tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you give a huge props to our defense. Defensive turnovers in general are a huge momentum deal, but you add a turnover to a touchdown is a huge deal. I say that's the best touchdown in football. I mean, you see a guy pick 6, that's huge. And I feel like our defense did a great job, and I think it's a props to our staff. I mean, we've got one of the best staffs in the country, and in my opinion, it's the best. And so I feel like those guys get us prepared every week, and they do a great job of upholding the standard of Boise State football.
What do you think of that touchdown grab by the plate?
Oh, that wasn't so impressive. I mean, that kid's one of those kids that he's worked extremely hard, and to see that grab on film, like you have it on tablet, everyone just like, oh my goodness, that was extremely impressive. And I was out there with him when he was kind of down, and it's like, how can I be like this? I just scored my first touchdown, and he's like, screw it, let's go. We're going to have a fun time. And so that kid's a stud, and it's cool to see him make a play like that.
Is it nice to get him one? I mean, you almost had him in Air Force too. I know, like it seems like he's had his like little moments potentially, but
yeah, I mean, he should have had one last week if it was a good throw, and so being able to put the ball.
Welcome back to the Jacksons Postgame Show. We heard from Maddox Matson. A big night for Matson, a record night, 321 yards passing. That's a career high for him, and 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
What'd you say? You said it again. I don't think the people out there heard you.
Oh, okay. I'll say it a little bit louder for guys in the back. 321, 4 tutties. 4 tutties. 4. I mean, I think that's pretty good, right? Hey, would you have taken that at Auburn?
At Auburn?
Yeah, come on.
Pass Bo Nix?
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Bo Nix, expected.
There you go.
Not Bo Nix, not expected.
Fair enough. So yeah, Maddox Matson, big night. And I want to talk about Nate Potter for a second.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. I feel like what we saw tonight, there was some a pop pass and some different looks that I don't feel like we saw at USF or earlier in the season at all, really. As an offensive coordinator, do you just kind of think he's growing into that? Is that something that they're adding throughout the season because they think it can help? What is the evolution of this offense looking like?
We'll talk about post South Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida, this is the thing. South Florida, they got caught in 3rd and long way too much, which I mean 3rd and long is 3rd and 8 and plus, right? Would you agree with that? So now that game, so you're a little bit handcuffed. You know, that could be a first down play calling. I'm not going to give Potter the reprieve. I thought it was dominant play calling in Eastern.
Yeah.
Right? Goes to Air Force. Dominant play calling in Air Force.
Yeah.
Mixing it up. Inside the run game, outside the run game. Spacing, right? Like, spacing concepts in the passing game, right? And then the deep shots in the passing game. And then he brings it tonight, and you saw the same thing. It was a mix of run game. It was a mix of the run game between inside, outside, man schemes, counter, power, which is Potter's baby, right? Pin pull, and then in the passing game, I I think you're seeing a little bit more of Madson throwing out of the pocket this year and throwing more deep balls. And we all said in the offseason, right? Like we talked about it, and there was things like we want to see more deep. And they're doing that because I think they got the playmakers to do it. But I still want to see a trick play.
I think where they're really they're taking what the defense gives them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like if everybody's up, they're throwing deep. If everybody's deep, they're throwing short. And you get two high safeties, they're going to run the ball. So they're being smart football coaches. They're not just up there calling plays, hoping it works out.
Right.
Like they have an answer for what the defense is doing. And you're seeing some checks, you're seeing them tap that, all that stuff.
Two-play call.
They're checking the new plays. I mean, and that's one of the things Maddox gives you is he can handle all that.
But since it is to Nate, right? Like that was the question.
Yeah.
I want to give Nate a lot of credit. He's relying on the offensive staff that has a lot of experience and play calling experience.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, look at Zach Hill. How many years has he called plays?
Matt Miller.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Keene. He's really good in the run game. And so he's utilizing that expertise to being better. Matt Miller's called plays.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. But those are the
J-Mo's like the best running back in the freaking world, probably. I mean,
well, he produces a lot of talent.
There's no doubt about that.
But it's like, so you got to give Nate some credit to put ego aside and say, hey, we got to do this together. And that's where Nate deserves a lot of credit. He's not going to, he'll be the first one. You ask the question. Say, hey, what do you think? I was like, well, I got a really good offensive staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Nate Potter is. And that's why I love Nate Potter.
And one thing we saw tonight, and there was one big play, and then another one where I thought Wagner could have maybe gone a different route and got some more yards. The screen game had a couple nice plays. Last year, Dirk Cutters just flat out said, we're not a good screen team. Word for word. They seem to have figured that out a little bit more this season. What do you rank that up to?
It's probably part of what they worked on in the offseason.
Yeah.
And trying to be better at it. I mean, Dirk's not. Dirk's had a lot of great screen teams. I'm sure he was just like, we're not very good at it. We're not doing it. Like, and then off-season wise, they're like, we're not very good at screen game. Let's go to town. Let's work on it. Let's set up these drills. Let's be better at it. Let's figure out the timing, have answers. So now you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in running plays you're shitty at.
Yeah, and I don't think. Well, Potter's not going to give up on it, and they
no,
right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think Dirk would have either. He just happened to be here for 1 year,
but he did. Yeah, fair point.
Like, we have Ashton. Let's not mess around. Let's just hand him the ball.
Yes, and BJ will be here soon. He's at interviews. That clip you saw there, that was just a small part of the Maddox Matson interview. Those will be up later tonight on BNN YouTube. No,
is BJ really, or is he like hanging at the end zone?
Well, he might be upstairs already. I don't know. Maybe he snuck by, put his hat down real low.
You know what he's doing? He's in the fetal position, sucking his thumb because Kansas got drummed.
Or because he was really trying to make this a tighter game than it was going to be.
It was not a tight.
What was your score prediction?
40-20.
I had 42-17.
Ooh, that's pretty. There you go.
You win. BJ was like, "Oh, so both of you guys think they're going to cover?" Like, yeah.
You bet your sweet ass I do.
You brought up the Kansas.
I sure as shit hope they cover.
Yes. You brought up the Kansas game. Outsworn everybody. Be nice to BJ. He's a little sensitive about that tonight. I was sitting in there in the press box with him, and there was a lot of sighs, and I feel like he was still emotionally recovering from that game.
He had said he was going to be that way, but
what a bitch.
Yeah, Kansas sucks.
Kansas is terrible. They get a new
school.
They get a new stadium. They
How
should be
about
good in football.
Ducks with a win in double overtime. Went to the East Coast, beat Penn State on the whiteout night.
Wow.
which Franklin is 2 and now 21 versus top 10, right?
Boise State last year in this.
You want to say a lock? That's a fair point right there. You dropped a hammer on that one.
We got Colorado, BYU still going. We'll see how that turns out. La Tech, UTEP. There may be some Boise State fans interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going.
Let's check on that one.
Is not going UTEP's way, I'll say that.
Is Malachi playing?
I don't know. I literally have not. Let's see. Stats.
ICCU post-game chat. Let's hear it. So let us know if Malachi's playing.
He is playing.
Okay.
18 for 38 for 73 yards. So
cool.
I'm going to leave the rest of that out.
I like Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super
DJ Shram's back in here.
He's again?
He is back in here. It says, come on, Rid. Recognize the foam finger.
The foam finger.
That's this. I'm just reading what he put here. Recognize the foam finger.
I don't think that's DJ.
That might not be.
Text DJ.
Text DJ. All right.
It might be.
Nelson has 4 picks. Malachi Nelson with 4 interceptions. He definitely should have started over Matson last year, right, guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
that might be DJ.
Let's have that argument.
He throws the ball so much faster.
Yeah. It just zooms through their hand.
Right into the defender's hands. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, no, a lot going around here.
You pour one of those in there?
We got.
Thank you.
The boys are getting some drinks here. We're down here at the James. Come down here and join us. We're having a good time. No one's tried to fight Bedell in 20 minutes.
What
so
was
that's
that guy's deal?
Boy, I don't know. He did not like you. Didn't want
Not you.
No, there was some guy that was.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We're focusing this up here. We got beat Idaho. Because of Montana. All right, there we go. I like somehow we've gone on the Vandals rant here.
The who?
They want to see you guys take a shot, and I feel for the good of the show that we shouldn't do that.
A shot?
A shot.
I don't do that.
I think that's wise.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have seen me in my prime. I'm not doing that. I don't do that.
I'm not really a shot guy ever.
I've ever. I'll drink 72 beers before I have a shot.
72. What's the record? What's the personal record on a night?
72's in the ballpark.
I'll go on. I think last weekend was
last home game.
Last was the last. No. They played at Air Force last weekend, right?
Yeah.
I think I easily had 30 beers.
Oof. All right. Good. Hey.
And then I got the stomach
respect.
flu.
Oh, you got stomach flu. I'm sure that's all it was, wasn't it?
I may set a new record for the Notre Dame game because I can't get to that game.
No, yeah, and that game is going to be a little different. Sounds like the pregame show is going to be different. They don't allow videoing on field pregame, so sounds like you might be hearing from me and Nathan Carroll a bit more on that pregame show. So that'll be a little bit different next week. Come out to
is BJ crying?
Well, I mean, for many reasons, yes.
Because he can't be on the field at Notre Dame.
He can't video on the field. He'll be there on the field.
I respect it.
Yeah,
it's Notre Dame.
I mean,
you've been to Notre Dame. You've been to Notre Dame. I've been to Notre Dame. Are you going?
No.
You're not going?
No, I'm not going.
B&N
doesn't have that big of a travel budget. No.
BJ's going though.
No, but here's the real barn burner of the night. San Diego State beats Northern Illinois 6-3. How
that was I literally thought at one point there was a weather delay because it had been 3-3 for hours. I'm like,
coming off of a 34 blank win over Cal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good. That's a good point there. And then we got New Mexico. New Mexico's coming up in a couple weeks. You love Coach Eck coming from Idaho. He's got those guys playing well. They won 38-20. So we're just peeking at the scoreboard here. San Jose almost beat Stanford, which
go back to the Colorado State score. What was that?
Oh, 20-3.
I told you Colorado State straight ass cheeks. I've told you that for years. Washington State's a bad football team.
There's just no doubt about. You can't
And
say
then
anything.
Colorado State shows up and lays an egg. Colorado State's ass.
Yes.
Okay, give us some questions. What are the questions in the switch computers? I don't care a shit about the computer.
Well, we will get some questions here. One young man or older gentleman said 72 beers. 72 beers. Kanan, I did it again, my man.
Guy. What's the question?
We're comparing records. Somebody had 72 beers and 8 pizzas.
Dude, congrats. 8 pizzas.
8 pizzas.
It's a fat. And I'm fat. Congratulations.
We're on the internet. I can eat pizza.
Yeah, right, you can. This is America. You can do anything you want. Hold on, 72 beers?
That's what it says. I mean, we don't have
8
proof.
pizzas?
72 beers. That's
Is that Wade Boggs?
Is that like, was he in my 300-pound life, my 800-pound life?
We'll see if he brings that up. I don't know. He didn't eat 8 pizzas. He said that's like 8 pizzas. So
first of all, congratulations to that guy.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Like, I want to meet him in person.
Yeah, well,
where is he from?
Probably meet him at a meeting.
I feel like 72 beers is Wade Boggs territory.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. One thing I did want to dive into, getting back onto the Boise State chatter. Special teams. We got a former special teams coach here. Colton Boomer. Almost hits, I want to say, of all the touchdowns, he only had 2 that weren't touchbacks. Unfortunately, one of those plays is when Mickey got hurt on the kickoff return. And then last week, 8 for 8 on touchbacks. As the special teams coach, how great does it feel to know that he's just going to boot that? And for the record, this week he actually hit several, one through the goalpost on a kickoff. So maybe you should actually get an extra point for that.
We're not in Canada.
That's a rouge.
That's a good call. That's a good call, guys. I didn't think about that one. And then another one into the stands. So Colton Boomer starts the year off rough. I don't think anybody denies that. But it seems like he's getting there. Makes a 40-yarder as well today. Talk about that young man and how that builds up.
I mean, he missed almost all of fall camp.
Right.
So to think he was just going to roll in here and everything's going to be perfect from the start, not even kind of. And I think he's rounding into shape, and I think we're starting to see the guy that we all believe transferred here.
Yeah, 2 for 2 tonight. 1 from 25, 1 from 40, and then Oscar Doyle, the Australian-style punter, 4 punts, 164 total. That's a 41-yard average. You'd take that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if your net punt is 41 yards, you're winning.
Yeah, you're winning that ever important.
Absolutely, you're not even
battle.
kind of trying to trade that out.
Did they have a big return? Did they have a big return?
They did.
But Rid, I want to actually talk about that one. They had that big return right down the sideline, right? Is that a ball's perfectly placed? Yeah. The corner just got rode down inside.
Yeah,
or the gunner.
Bad luck.
The gunner.
Bad luck. And they, the other side of it was they did a good job anticipating where it was going to be placed. And, one thing about special teams, like when you know where the ball's going to end up,
you can scheme.
You can do some things. And when you have a good punter, you can do that. Like Ryan Stonehouse at Colorado State, we always used to crush him because he was so good. Like we knew where ball was going to be, and it just.
But there's also a tendency you can break with a really good punters, like where Boise State's going.
So
they can actually roll right, kick it left.
Absolutely.
And then
I would expect at some point this year you'll see that. Like they'll break the tendency. Tonight was probably not the night to break tendencies.
47-14, you didn't need to.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to break a whole lot when it's 47.
They also may have had backups in when that happened.
There's no
right. We did have a question, Brad. What chances Boise State beats Notre Dame next week? And you're going to dive into more of that with BJ. I just want to let you know about. I just saw a question. Thought I'd get that thought process started.
Are we just saying can they?
Well, I think they can. Don't get me wrong.
Chances if they do.
I've been saying they can.
Can they? Absolutely.
Can they?
Are they going to be favored?
No, they're going to be double-digit underdogs. I'm going to
But
give...
Boise State usually does well in those situations.
Agreed.
Okay.
I will give... If you have to give me a percentage right now without looking at everything, 30%.
30%. Okay.
Which is exactly where I hope Boise State sits. That's what I don't get this wrong. I don't think that's a disrespect thing.
No,
that's where I want Boise State to sit.
Right.
I don't want them to come in with, it's a 50-50 game, and now Notre Dame's thinking like, oh my God, we actually got to come out and play these guys.
Yeah.
No, I want this to be a lay in the weeds game like NIU last year. Oh, I hope no. I you know what? I'm gonna I take that back. I give Boise State zero chance. Zero. Boise State's got no shot at winning this game. Notre Dame, if you're hearing this, they have. Look at my boy. My boy wants. If Notre Dame's looking, or if they even remotely know what BNN is, which they don't, but if they do, pay attention to me. Boise's got no chance of winning this game. So you guys can just move on to the next week. Just practice the next week. You guys are going to be okay. And then you guys are going to hit square in the mouth and lose at home.
There you go. We called it 0% chance. And then,
Yeah,
let's talk real quick. We still have more to talk about in this game. The defense, we mentioned it before at the beginning of the podcast or the post-game show. They held them to 9 first downs. And how many passing yards? Oh, you're on
67.
60. It's a 65.
It went down to.
It did. No, this offense steps up big time. And 5 sacks. What did you see from a guy that I didn't feel like was having the best seasons to start? Came in with high expectations. Jaden Virgin Morgan had a sack tonight. Is he just kind of rounded into form, or is it he's getting used to being the guy that they're focused on?
I think he had some opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you get a sack against the Air Force, that's like act of God.
Yeah, like he should win a lottery ticket.
Yeah. But Eastern Washington probably schemed him up. South Florida probably schemed him up.
Don't you think they all do?
Yes. It's not. But I'm saying tonight might have been like the first chance because they were so much wide.
I agree.
All
with
that
you.
kind of stuff.
I won't argue with you, Rick.
Yeah.
But this is my deal. As an offensive line guy, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna.
This is the guy you
make
have
somebody
to do
else beat you.
something with. So are we going to slide to him? Am I going to push the guard out? So let the tackle overset a little bit. Let the guard, knowing I got help, bring him inside. So now we created a natural double team, right? Or are we sliding away? So now the tailback's going to chip him and wreck his ribs, right? And then now we've created that double team. So now the tackle can underset him a little bit, give the running back a little surface to break a rib or two, and then put him back on the tackle. There's a lot of things. I've always said this. Defensive ends you can scheme with. Interior 3 techniques, the great pass rushers, you can't scheme those kids.
Yeah.
You have to slide to them to create the center to have that double team, right? So that I think he's been great this year. We can't because the sack numbers aren't as high.
Right.
He's getting schemed against. And that's a big thing. And a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of things when you're sitting in the film room saying, okay, what's the scheme? How are we going to shut this guy down the pass rush so we can give our quarterback a shot? So now they got to move him around to create some mismatch.
Yeah. And last year they were very fortunate. They had some, happy belated birthday, Scott, for everybody.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy belated birthday. I totally lost my.
Okay.
What I was going to say, like, as you move the guys around, like you also need other guys to step up, right?
Yeah.
Create other
So
issues.
last year, like, do you want to focus it all on Ahmed?
Yeah.
Do you want to focus it on Jaden?
No, I agree.
Well, this year, but now you're starting to see some guys like Max Steed step up, and
I would think we have not seen what the. Let me word this right because it's important. Shenander has more plans for that position with him than we have seen.
Absolutely.
You're
he's not going to line up in the same place.
You're going to see some things where he's going to move around, and they're going to create mismatches on third down, like we saw versus Penn State.
Try and isolate him against a center, or
no doubt run some pit games for him. We have not seen what their ultimate goal is with him.
Right. And you mentioned how hard it is to scheme up the interior defense lineman. We do have news from BJ Jackson Braxton Feely. Does sound like he is just fine. He was just had a stinger, is what he's reporting. So that's what you're talking. You're talking about the Braxton Feelys of the world. Those are the ones that are hardest to scheme up against as an offensive lineman or offensive line coach.
Yeah, and that's not what Braxton Feely's not here to rush the passer.
Right.
So, not that he can't, but that's not his job is to stuff the middle.
So it's kind of like him getting shit, not getting a bunch of tackles versus Air Force. They're going to double team him every time.
But the linebacker is free to make the tackle every play, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
they're grunts, man. Those guys, he's a grunt, and he's not only a grunt that can change.
Not that he can't make pass rush moves or whatever.
Saying he can't.
No. I know you're not.
Yeah.
But he'll get some sacks as the year goes on. But
you guys are all right, man.
But
hey, go win the Sun Belt.
We got App State fans here.
2027.
But they very well could have other guys in there. Like you might see Jaden Virgin Morgan lined up at 3 technique in the future.
There's so many things that you can do. And to give, if we're going to base stats, don't hold me to this because
everybody loves stats because they're great for fantasy.
Exactly. So
doesn't necessarily help you win a game.
Right.
The ultimate 3 technique in the National Football League, which he is, right? What are they? 8 sacks is all pro.
Right? Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer, and he's not a double-digit sack guy. It's just you have to understand what the position is. That's not the position. The position that he has is to eat up the middle and let the linebackers run. And they did that. They did it versus Air Force. They did it tonight, and they'll be fine.
We have someone who agrees here.
Yahtzee. Hey, if BJ needs to get over here, we're going to shut this. We've covered almost everything.
Hook it up. Let's go. Turn off the lights. No, with Brad Bedell here, I wanted to bring up one name I wrote down. Dalen Matoya at right tackle. Feel like we are seeing him improve every single week. What have you seen from him there?
That he's improved every single week. Now, he needs to bring the consistency to an away game.
Okay.
That's my deal. I think the young man from USF, where we talked about his dad, I get all that stuff. He's done a ton better in pass protection. He hadn't opened up his hip. Tim Keene is doing a great job with him. You just want to clean up the pre-snap penalties that he's had on the away games,
right?
That he doesn't have in the home games, right? Nice and quiet atmosphere, very comfortable. And now he's going to go to a Notre Dame team, which Notre Dame's not overly loud. They're not a historic loud stadium.
Was that right?
Loud.
No.
It's like Michigan. Michigan's not very loud.
Okay.
It's older fan base that sit in their hands.
Loudest stadium.
Ooh.
Loudest. Yeah.
You for me?
Yeah. Both of you.
Auburn, Alabama night game in Auburn.
Okay. There you go.
The other one is. Ooh. Wow. When did we? I would say Boise State in. Oh my God! Which game was it? When we played, what was the last game, Rid, that we played that we had to win it to go? Was it 18? 18 or 19? It wasn't a championship game because we didn't sell them out.
19.
It was unbelievable. But
Fresno, 19.
Fresno. But you can't, Auburn, Alabama, you couldn't hear yourself like, oh, sorry, whiteout, Penn State.
Okay.
We were the whiteout game. Oh. LSU, LSU night game, which you were a part of one of those.
Yeah, but we were North Texas, so they weren't really worried about
we won that game, but LSU night game. LSU night game.
Loud.
Yeah, we got a couple LSU at night.
Army Navy
in Philly.
Yeah, in Philly, and it's just loud the entire time.
I'll tell you this:
it's not like one side or the other. It's just loud.
Yeah,
Minnesota Vikings.
Is that right?
Because they pipe the crowd noise into the speaker system.
I will say this: I think BYU pipes in.
BYU's pretty loud.
Especially when they were not in a conference. I'm 99% sure they were piping in.
Colts were pretty loud too. The Indianapolis Colts.
JB says Autzen last year at the BSU game. Yeah, I've heard
last
Autzen's
year for sure.
Yeah,
Boise State's way louder than people think it is.
It is. I agree. I don't think it gets the credit that it deserves.
Yeah, and it's not as many people, so I don't think you think of that. But maybe it's the acoustics of it or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm just telling you,
it's loud.
More people have trouble hearing here than at the big house.
Yeah,
I think it's expectations too. You come here, it's like Michigan. Michigan, you walk in, like when you go into Michigan or Notre Dame, because I've been to Notre Dame and I've been on the field at Notre Dame. The stands are so spread out and wide that they can't harness the crowd noise like a Michigan or I'm sorry, a Washington that's got the overhang that bounces off and hits you dead in the face.
There you go. The Rose Bowl.
What I mean?
Rose Bowl is 110,000 or whatever.
Not very loud.
It's just
Rose Bowl. Agreed. Another one. Yeah. Not very loud.
Yeah, let's say the loudest I've heard Bronco Stadium. I was just thinking about this was last year the UNLV Mountain West Championship game when they stopped them on fourth down. That was the loudest I've heard that stadium.
Yeah. Well, Washington State was pretty loud last year.
Yes, you're right. When they sacked Mateer in the back, that was very loud. We do have our fearless leader here. He's here from interviews. We're going to do a quick.
Fearless leader.
Hey, he pays.
You got anything left to say, Brad? Are you good? You guys, did you get final thoughts? Are you guys good? You want to get out of here?
They won.
Nice one. Give us your final thoughts, and you guys can get out of here, and then I'll take over for a while.
I was damn close on the projection.
He was. And I predicted 3 turnovers. They got 4.
And you said a pick 6, and they got 2.
Pretty good. That's why they watch the pregame show.
Dude, Yahtzee. This isn't just a pretty face.
Both of us had them covering. All right. So, I mean, you could have
not just a couple.
Was it most complete game of the year? All 3 phases, you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree. That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Going into Notre Dame, if you got all 3 phases feeling pretty good, I would assume that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Why don't we play a commercial? Well, we're going to hear from Spencer Danielson. We're going to hear. You guys good? Any final thoughts?
You got our final thoughts.
All right.
We've been killing time here for an hour, BJ.
Well, we've only been on for an hour and
hour and 13.
I appreciate you guys.
And I have not even said one F word.
I cannot verify.
I was reading the chat on mute during the press conference. There were a couple of times I was curious what was going on, but overall it sounded pretty good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Red, thank you. Nice. These guys gave up their evening to do this. We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick time out. We're going to hear from Spencer Danielson, get that update on Jaden Mickey, some other stuff. We'll hear from Braxton Feely as well. We'll do that next. This is the Jacksons Postgame Show. Boise State wins it big tonight over App State. We'll be back right after this.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jacksons.
Start collecting them today.
Jacksons, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with a room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
All right, how are we doing? They got a $20 gamble bet going on something. I don't know. Rid's eating pizza, which looks pretty good. We're back. This is the Lithia Ford of Boise Jacksons Postgame Show. We got a lot going on. That's good right there. Appreciate you guys for sticking with us. We're going to keep reading the comments and see what you guys got going here. After Boise State wins 47-14 over App State. My name is BJ Rains, and appreciate you guys for jumping on the show and hanging out with us tonight. We were over an hour in, and we're going to talk to Spencer Danielson, Braxton Feely. I think you guys already heard from Maddox Matson, but a lot going on. And thanks, Brad. So 47-14 was the final, as you guys know. And like we were just saying there, I thought the most complete game that Boise State has had. All three phases. I thought the special teams finally got going. You had the defense, 4 takeaways. Offense, once again, almost 500 yards again. So strong performance by the offense, by the defense, by the special teams. Chris Van Sickle, come here for a second, Chris. This guy loves nothing more than talking on the microphone and doing this, and I appreciate you, man. You did a great job.
I appreciate it, BJ, and I appreciate the opportunity. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to go home and get some rest.
Now, Boise State had 3 recruits on visits.
Yep.
Little birdie may have told me on the field after the game you may be working tomorrow. So
there's definitely going to be some work tomorrow. There's going to be some talks, and we'll see if we have some breaking news for you.
I think we will, from what I was told, on not just one front.
Okay.
2 and maybe even all 3.
Wow. That would be big time. That would be very big time. So be on the lookout for that.
Quick thought. Who were the recruits? Who were the visitors?
We have Jackson Taylor was on an unofficial. Rashawn Jones unofficial, and
already both committed.
They are both committed. We have the young man from Sweden, Gustav. He's an edge rusher. I'm going to mess up his first name. Keane Brown from California. Sounds like he is going to be an edge rusher as well. And then CD Nuno.
Okay.
CD Nuno, linebacker.
And the tight end. That's some big offers.
Tight end has huge Browns. Texas, USC, just to name a couple off the top of my head.
Well, that'd be big. And like I said, it sounds like there may be some good news coming tomorrow. So go get some rest.
Absolutely. Thanks, BJ.
Man. Chris does a great job. Appreciate him. We got Mateo Kanan still working behind the scenes here. And I say that jokingly because I know our man Chris hates doing this. He was super nervous and didn't want to do it, and I kind of forced him to because I didn't want to make you guys wait an hour for postgame, and Nathan was unavailable tonight. So I listened to part of it. I'll go back and listen to all of it. But Chris is a team player and a good sport, and we appreciate him for doing that because I know it's not his favorite thing to do. We're trying to get Spencer Danielson in here. Looks like we may have that, or is that Feely? That's okay. We do have Spencer Danielson in here. If you have any, it's a big file, 1 gig. If you have any other comments, thoughts, get those in the ICCU YouTube chat. And yeah, Chris has done a great job. I agree. Chris is doing a tremendous job. My signal just went out here for a second. Hopefully you guys can see me on my screen. But we're going to hear from Spencer Danielson momentarily. It's a party outside, by the way. It is a party. They were to be 21 again, walking by Suds and End Zone, man. It was quite the party going on, and you guys should both be over there, not here helping me out. But downtown Boise is alive for Boise State after their 3rd straight win, 47-14. You did have some injuries. I know we mentioned it. Jaden Mickey, he is in good condition. He's okay. He was moving his limbs. He was talking. He was saying a prayer as he was being helped off the field. But the news on Jaden Mickey is positive from that front. No idea what his status is, but I mean, you just have to assume he's not going to play next week, which is very unfortunate for him. Obviously as a Notre Dame transfer, that's a difficult situation for him. Roger Carrion also got carted off. Not good news there. We'll wait and hear from Spencer. Braxton Feely did go out, had a stinger, came back in, then had 2 sacks, and we did talk to him as well after the game. So he said he was fine and everything's good there. So, by the way, the foam finger talk, that sounds like that was just some joke that the Schramm family was doing. I don't know what's going on. There's no foam finger talk, but Yeah, South Bend next Saturday. Yeah, going to be awesome. Can't wait to get up there. And if you came to the game tonight, post game, you need to be up here having a drink here at the James. As I mentioned, all the bars around the stadium. There were still people watching football in the parking lot, tailgating still, celebrating post game on their way out of here. So a lot of folks in a good mood celebrating the win tonight, 47-14. And as I said, I think it was probably their most complete game of the victory of the season. All three areas, all three phases. A lot to like in this game tonight for Boise State in all phases, and Broncos able to get their third straight win, and now they're 3-1. Somebody's asking about the voicemails. I think we do have a voicemail or two. I'll see if I can put those in the system while we're hearing from Spencer. Let's go ahead and try to hear from Spencer Danielson here if I can pull it off. We'll do that momentarily here. Spencer Danielson. Talk to the media. Sorry, folks, doing this on the fly here. It's going to take me just a second, I think. Let's see. You're going to do it? I got it over here. We're all right. Let's see here. Sorry, folks. We're doing this on the fly here. There it is. Spencer Danielson, postgame. You may have to turn your volume up a little bit. I couldn't connect to the system, and I was a few feet away. So jack your volume up. We're not going to hear all 20 minutes of Spencer, but I'll play 5 minutes or so, and then we'll be back here on the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. Here's Spencer Danielson after the win.
I'm good. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, guys, appreciate your time as always, man. Proud of our guys tonight, man. I really think in all three phases you can show that we're growing, right? We're by no means where we need to be yet, but really believe that our team is learning and growing every week. And so thankful to be able to coach this team. Thank you, Jesus, for the opportunity just to be around a great group of guys, man, a great group of coaches that can have an impact every single day. And in a game like that, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, had some big, injuries in the game that we're going to still obviously have to look into and figure out exactly what their availability is going to look like going forward. I don't have that information now, but I do want, Bronco Nation to understand, when Jaden Mickey got hurt and I go on the field to check on him, and, it was obviously a rough injury, but going through this process with him and with our trainers, they did a phenomenal job with him. All he kept saying, even as they're doing tests on him and checking to make sure obviously everything's good with an injury like that, all he kept saying constantly was, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And he just said that on repeat as it's a scary moment. I mean, at that point, I don't know what's going on, right? We're going to get some more. I believe he's doing much better. And obviously you could see when he left the field, he put his arms in the air and was feeling better. But obviously we'll still find out more. But that kid's a warrior, man. I mean, he's lost his mom. He's been through a lot, and he's a phenomenal kid. When he was in that moment, when life is so hard, and the first thing he went to was, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, man. That impacted me just as a man, not even talking about as a football coach. He touched my heart tonight, and I'm going to be better for it going forward. So had a couple other guys get banged up in the game. Guys, I'll find out more about injuries and know more. Obviously, I was for a press conference on Monday. But, man, proud of our team came out and was on the attack. Just like anything, there's going to be a lot to improve on. What I talk about does not mean that we've got to figure it out. We don't. But proud of our team learning and growing. They had a really good week of practice, and proud of us working on things that we know we needed to, right? Proud of our defense tonight. Right? Playing the number 3 passing offense in the country. And I get asked a ton about stats and the pass defense and all these things. I think they had 60 yards, and we had 2 pick sixes, right? So, once again, doesn't mean we're perfect yet, but that shows growth. I'm proud of our coaches, proud of our players making plays. Got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. We're able to play a lot of players tonight, which is huge for our locker room, and more importantly, huge for the development of our team. Right, this is a long season. We got to keep growing our squad. So proud of our guys flying around. I mean, Ty Benefield had a ton of tackles. He flies around. It was awesome for Amarion and Bowen Phelps to get those 2 pick sixes. Sherrod Smith had the pick at the end of the game. We had a sack fumble. I mean, we had 4 turnovers in the game, which is a huge part of winning football. And so just proud of the relentlessness they play with. It was good to get Coach Shenander on the sideline, too. I mean, we had a good talker in the week. Like, man, Coach Shenander is a great defensive coordinator. I mean, he's going to put our players in really good spots. At the end of the day, defense comes down to playing with effort, mentality, and doing your job. And we needed more of that. And I'm proud of it coming, right? Was that the only reason we played good? No, but it's part of it. And he brought a lot of juice to the sideline, just like all our other defensive coaches. And our guys responded, man. They really carried the torch, and I'm proud of them. Offensively, man, Maddox banged up. Wasn't able to practice consistently last week and came out and played really well. Smart with the football, had no turnovers. Had a lot less self-inflicted negatives in this game, right? Which I'm proud of. That shows growth from our squad. Obviously, we had a couple drop balls, a couple things that we need to fix. But I'm proud of the relentlessness we played with. Proud of how we were able to get a lot of guys the ball. Latrell Caples, 2 touchdowns, earned and deserved. I mean, that dude practices his tail off, makes the hard block, plays on special teams. Latrell Caples deserves a lot of credit. Our offensive line did a really good job too at the point of attack. So a lot to build in. And I'm proud of Colton Boomer, man. Continue to kick touchbacks is huge. We were able to get a field goal, which we haven't had to kick a field goal in a little bit, which was huge to get one through the uprights. And proud of our guys. Obviously, we had the big return on our punt return, which was good scheme by them. Good scheme by them. They had a ghost returner. Hats off to App State. So proud of where we're growing. Obviously, a lot of work to do. Bronco Nation was elite tonight. I mean, we got the best fan base in the country, period. End of story. I don't care where we're going, where we're playing. There's no better place to play college football than on the blue in Boise, Idaho. So proud of our fan base, and we love you dearly. So with that being said, open up for questions.
I know you can't get specific on Mickey, but I mean, obviously looked very scary there. I mean, can you at least say that he's okay?
Yeah, he's okay right now. Okay. I don't know to what extent, but even when he left the field, BJ, he was moving his limbs, right? He was moving his limbs. So I have not gotten an update. I know he's in the hospital and he's in good hands. Obviously, I'm going to check on that immediately after this. But he is doing okay for sure, right? And like I said, even when he was leaving, he was saying, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." He was in a positive mindset, even in a really tough situation.
Obviously, it can be an emotional training moment. How do you see the way your players responded after that?
Yeah, it's a close team, man. I believe, like it says in the Bible, man, where there's unity, God commands a blessing. And our team's close, right? We still got to continue to get closer, right? We still got to continue to grow that. But even in that moment, man, the amount of guys that the second that cart left the field, the amount of our players like, we're doing this for Mick, we're doing this for Mick, we're doing this for Mick. I think that shows a team that loves each other.
We talked all week, Spencer, about their passing offense, how QB's got an NFL arm, keep them to 63 yards in the first half and a single yard in the second half. I guess when you hear that, just how impressive is that from the defense?
So proud of our coaches and our players. I mean, and that's the reality of a college football coach and a college football player, right? And media, fans, supporters of our program, right? You look at stats or how something goes, and we do too, right? But at the end of the day, we're here to pour into these kids, and our players read the same stuff. They know the things that we need to improve on, and it's easy to kind of see it and kind of shy away or make excuses. That's not this team. They don't, well, whatever. No, we don't run from it. We don't run from the issues. We don't run from the hard things we got to fix. And I think that showed this week. Once again, we got obviously a huge test next weekend, right? So it's going to be put to the test as it will be every week in all three phases. But proud of our defense, right? Because so many times it gets correlated to pass defense versus run defense. It's 11 dudes. It's 11 guys that love each other, that need to be on the same page consistently. If we give up a long pass, I'm sure maybe there was a defensive back that misplayed it, but where's the pressure? There's the disguise. There's a lot of pieces that come to. No different than stopping the run. It's not just on our front seven. Right? It's going to be all 11 guys involved in it. So long-winded answer to your question, Sean, but man, I'm proud of our guys just growing, right? Embracing the challenge. That's a good football team we played tonight, embracing the challenge, and they played really well.
What do you say about this defensive line? I mean, it seemed like every time they dropped back, there was one or two guys in his face. Yeah. I mean, it was all night relentless.
Yeah, I mean, our coaches do a great job training. I mean, from Coach Frazier, Coach Miley, Coach Shenander, even our front seven with our linebackers involved. I mean, Coach Shenander, we know he'll bring it from anywhere, right? Which you love. That's a mentality, right? We are not going to let a quarterback sit there and play 7-on-7. We are not going to do that here. And that's built in. And now, that doesn't always mean blitz and 6, right? It could mean 4-man rush, max drop. But there's a mentality with our defensive front that our players have bought into, and they practice like that, right? They practice to create havoc on a quarterback. And even tonight, man, even if it wasn't sacks, that quarterback was getting hit, right? And I believe those things wear on a shot caller, man. You continue to hit him, he's not going to want to stand there all day. That's a human being you're playing, right? That's very few will want to do that down in and down out.
You mentioned Maddox was kind of in and out of practice this week. Was there anything from a game plan standpoint during the week that you guys had to kind of adjust because of his practice availability, or was it kind of a normal game plan?
It was normal game plan. I mean, Maddox is a warrior. And even going into the week, Monday, we knew how he was banged up and how we had to make sure he'd be ready for the game. But he looked me in the eye like, Coach, I'm playing, and we're letting her rip. Like, period, end of story. And it's our job as coaches, our training staff, to know, what situation we want to put him in. But we didn't hold anything back.
What's it like just to see Maddox take another step? I mean, he seems to be playing the best he ever has right now.
I mean, I think Maddox Matson is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Right? I mean, I've said that for a long time, and I think people believe that. If they don't, I tell them, please watch the film. Right? And just because he's maybe not 6'5" or this or what people think equals elite, Maddox Matson's an elite quarterback and makes the right decision with the ball, can make all the throws. We put a ton on Maddox, from run game, pass game, checks. It's all on Maddox's shoulders, and he never flinches. Never flinches, loves his team, comes to work every day with a smile on his face, ready to get better. And that's the heartbeat of our team.
Coach, you mentioned Ty Benefield. This is his third game of the season, leading the team in tackles. What can you say about him just as a player in general, and what do you think he does specifically that makes him such a valuable addition to the defense?
Yeah, I mean, Ty Benefield is one of the best football players we've had here in my 9 years at Boise State. Any side of the ball, period, end of story. And one, because he has an NFL skill set, long, can run, yes, but he is an elite practice player, and that's what all the scouts, when we talk about him, and I'm like, just watch him practice. Watch him practice. We go to a walkthrough, Ty Benefield makes every tackle in a walkthrough, right? No plays off, how he trains, how he practices. He lives in that film room because he loves his team and he wants to be the best safety in the country. And I think he's putting on film that he's definitely one of those guys. Watch the film. I mean, he's an elite football player, and he has a mentality with how he practices that is infectious with our team.
You touched on it, but what was the benefits and whose idea was it, and how that change come to put Eric down on the field?
Yeah, me and Coach Chins talked earlier this week, and just about our defense and some things that where we're at and where we need to grow from. And just like anything as a coach, right, we got to continue to find answers, right? And I'm not the guy that's going to point problems out. We're going to find answers. And not that Coach Shenander on the field is an answer to us being an elite defense. That's not. But I think making some change, right? At the end of the day, he's called it from the field before. And I think in this day and age, more than ever, with iPads and some of those things, I think there's a lot of merit to having a coordinator on the field to be able to bring the juice, to make sure you can look a player in the eye if he's not doing what he's supposed to, or if he is, encourage him to go out and be his best the next series. So just like anything, our defense played really well tonight. It's not just because Coach Shenander was on the field, right? But did that have something to do with it? I think that's something. And I think at least our players knew what time it was. When we go take the field on defense, we want to be on the attack, and I'm proud of that showing up tonight.
I remember at some point in time asking Tubes last year about a young guy that caught his eye, and he brought up Bowen Phelps. And to get a compliment from Tubes, I feel like you got to be doing some things right.
No question.
So what was it like to see him get that moment, and he's made a big impact these last two games. How is he coming along?
Yeah, I mean, Bowen Phelps, comes in as a walk-on safety, and just his growth and development, and he's a redshirt sophomore, and his development over his time, I mean, he's skyrocketed here. I mean, now, guys, he's one of our best players on defense. That's not because he had a good pick tonight. Like, he's playing like that. And very similar in regards to Ty, in regards to how he practices. Every practice, we track our players with GPS to see how fast they're running their loads. And he's one of the top. He usually leads our team in practice load because of how hard he practices. And then he goes out there and plays extremely fast. Starts on 2 special teams, team first guy. I mean, I think Bowen Phelps' time here, I mean, people are going to continue to hear about Bowen Phelps. I mean, I think he's going to be not only an all-conference type guy, I think he's going to be one of the better ones we've had.
All right, we are back, I think, if I did something wrong here. How's it going? We're back. This is the, make sure you can hear me all right. I might have muted myself or something on the mic here. Are we good? I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully we're good. I think we're good. If give me a thumbs up on YouTube if you hear me okay. We got multiple laptops going, stuff's plugged in different ways. Wanted to play part of Spencer Danielson's press conference for you. It was about 20 minutes long, so if you want to hear some more of that, you can go on the Bronco Nation News YouTube channel, and it's already up there. So if you want to go up to the Bronco Nation YouTube channel after the show, you can hear from the full Maddox Matson, the full Spencer Danielson, the full Braxton Feely. And as you heard, the good news there, Jaden Mickey was moving his limbs, was talking on his way off the field, and is at the hospital, but he's doing okay. So positive reports on Jaden Mickey. We'll wait to find out more. But what looked like a very, very scary situation looks like he is going to be okay moving forward, which is a good thing. I would just assume, though, that he's not going to be able to play against Notre Dame, or you would think it's doubtful at this point, and that's a big shame for him to not be able to play against his former school. And just tough injury. Glad to see that he's glad to hear that he's doing okay. But if he's unable to play on Saturday, that's a bummer for him to not be able to play against his former team, Notre Dame. I know he was looking forward to that. But 4 takeaways for the defense. Just super impressive what they were able to do on defense tonight. And the 2 pick sixes. That hasn't happened in a while around here. I don't know if the ever stats came out or the TUS stats came out on when that was happening. I know they were looking it up, but I know it's been several years since they had 2 pick sixes in the same game. So big time win, 47-14, and the Broncos now get ready for Notre Dame, and that's going to be quite the matchup. Notre Dame looks pretty darn good against Arkansas today. Let's hear just briefly Braxton Feely. Nope, I put the wrong one back in there. Let's hear briefly from Braxton Feely. I don't think I have Braxton Feely ready to go. All right, we'll let's see if I have Braxton Feely here. I think this is it. You can let her in. All right, let's see if we can make this work. Sorry, folks, on the fly here. We're going to try to play a little bit of Braxton Feely, and it's not popping up here for some reason. All right, you're going to have to listen to Braxton Feely on the on YouTube. It's already up there. 2014, there you go. 2 pick sixes in the San Diego State game in 2014. So that is what was the decision not to take a timeout with 30 seconds left in the first half when you get a first and have no 2 timeouts? Don't remember the exact situation, to be honest with you. Apologize for that. Don't remember the exact situation, but overall, not a lot to be upset about. I know Chris Marshall had a couple drops. A couple of you were saying that in the chat. There's a couple other things, but overall, not a lot to not be happy about for this one for Boise State. As I said, offensively, you're near 500 yards again. Defense gets 4 picks. Special teams, Colton Boomer makes a couple field goals, gets the ball out of the end zone on the touchbacks. Did give up 1 long return in the return game. But overall, I thought it was just a great game for Boise State, probably their most complete game of the season, and now they get ready for Notre Dame. So we're going to wrap this show up. Appreciate you for checking us out tonight, folks. Going to get back home and have multiple stories at BroncoNationNews.com. Mike Prater's thoughts are already up in the message board. You can go get those. Nathan Carroll's going to have some instant reaction tonight. I'll have a couple stories as well. We're offering that 30% off right now, so go subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. You can read our post-game coverage. Jump on over to the message boards if you want to keep chatting with fans tonight. We do have a free board, so even if you're not a paid member, you can still jump in the free board and chat with fans about the game and everything else that's going on. He says, did we break 500 yards? No, you did not. You got super close. 473 was the total there. But would have been the first time since 2013 to have 500 yards 3 games in a row. They got close, didn't get it. Looking forward to Tuesday night, Riley and Rid. We're going to have Max Cutforth and Ben Ford, 2 Idaho kids. Max Cutforth, Ben Ford, 8 o'clock up here on the patio on the second floor here at the James for the Riley and Rid show. Brad Bedell a sober Brad Bedell will join us Monday, and we'll recap this game again and start turning our attention to Notre Dame. Going to be pretty darn cool, folks. Enjoy this week. Enjoy the game regardless of what happens. Going to Notre Dame is going to be an awesome experience, and looking forward to that next week. So, again, appreciate you guys for watching the show, for subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button there in the bottom of the screen and all that good stuff. And nice win for Boise State. Now we get NFL football tomorrow. We've got the Texans and the Lions for our 2 survivor picks. And you can root for those through the Bronco Nation team. So appreciate Kanan and the whole BNN crew for helping us out tonight. And again, check BroncoNationNews.com later tonight and when you wake up. And we'll have plenty of coverage on this one and start turning our attention towards Notre Dame as well. So thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Congratulations on the win. And we'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jacksons.
Start collecting them today.
Jacksons, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man hours to paint 47,962,000 53 blades of grass. Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.